Hi, I'm Kodiak, one of VR's best players, and I just got the new Contractors Showdown solo squad kill record. I'll be doing a live commentary over the game to explain my thoughts, decisions, and strategy over the match on how I got the world record. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice is I'm checking the players in my lobby. That's because I need to make sure there are no comp players or former Contractors League players in my lobby, because going for kill records is quite hard, and I'm not really afraid of comp players. What I am afraid of is dropping in a different location than them and they start stealing a bunch of kills, which can hurt a record. Now, I'm sure you noticed the Origin being shot at supersonic speeds right there. That's me using a technique called butterfly clicking, which is where you click with two fingers alternating between each other to get very high CPS. It's actually pretty broken when used with things like the DMR and the Origin, because, well, you can tell the amount of DPS you're about to get from those. Especially with the Origin being a shotgun. I still don't know why they haven't nerfed that yet. There should definitely be a fire rate cap. And first thing you'll notice right here with my aim is that I do not aim down sights. I actually aim down the top of the sight and then aim, or at least I align with the top of the sight first, then aim with tracers. I do that for all my iron sight weapons. It helps guide the tracers a lot better. Yes, you'll miss the first couple of shots, but it's far more beneficial leading the following shots right after. Because looking at your shots through the iron sights can be very obstructive. The enemy might get behind your iron sights, the iron sights can get in the way. And you can see right there, I'm using some zipline tech right there. If you fling yourself on the zip lines, you can launch yourself at pretty high speeds. You see me use it right here. This isn't the best example. This is not as high as you can go with it. You can go a lot higher with it if you really fling your arms. Or if you do the pinwheel technique, which is where you spin yourself around right before launching yourself. I don't think the pinwheel actually helps. What the theory behind it is the fact that when you reach the peak of your pinwheel, you're actually just putting your player model further away from where you're going to spin yourself around right before launching yourself. Now you're going to see my drop positioning right here. What I want to do for world record pace is, of course, drop in the most popular area, which I make the mistake of anticipating ruins being very popular. You'll see later on that it was actually a very bad choice. I only kill about one squad here before getting out. And you can see there in the bottom right shows the loot and all the ones that are currently looted. When they are looted, if you haven't played Showdown before, they turn gray. So you can take out your Mika, which is the device on your chest, and as you can see, the diamond got looted. So I take note of that, which means that the diamond crate is going to have people by it, and also very good loot, so I'm going to want to target those players. Also, I got an Origin right here. I do not like using the Origin at all. I only use it at the start of a match if it's the first weapon that I get. I prefer double barrel over Origin, and if I get a Car 98K, I will throw that over the Origin too. If I have a rifle. Right here, I only have the Car and the double barrel. So if I do find myself a rifle, like this crate over here, then I will immediately put that rifle over. Which I do. So I throw my double barrel on the ground, I grab the rifle, and that's my loadout for the game. Do some inventory management, only keep the ammo that I actually want. I go loot this, but it's completely useless. I hear gunshots, so the first thing I do is I grab this detection drone and I immediately detect to try and rush them.
You got a lot of viewers?
I was averaging like 4 or 5. So
more than Keitra.
I noticed the one guy over here, so I try and position myself to take him out. I grab a cluster bomb, but for some reason I don't use it. I ran away because I thought that guy was a bot, but after a second look at it, I hear actual gunshots from guns bots don't carry, so I decide to push over. And you can see how aggressive I play. No planning whatsoever. At the beginning of the match, I play pretty carelessly. I just try and get as many kills as I can. I just kind of use my superior aim here to take him out. You can see I still use the same barrel aiming method, and I hit quite a big number of headshots there. You can also see me go thirst his teammates, because thirsting teammates will make the enemy mad at you and make them want to peek more. This guy right here just outmaneuvered. V-crouch is very powerful if used right, like right there, playing cover. Unfortunately, though, this will be the only squad here that I actually kill. So I get along with looting them, and then I move on. Pushing over to industry, which is where I assume that the next big amount of players will be at. Now on my way to industry, I take note of this pink station right here. I decide to go over it to get some detection drones to make sure there's nobody else in the area, and also some shields, which I'm quite low on, along with the base things like backpack extension, rifle extension, and armor extension. Backpack, which I already have. I immediately launch the detect. No one is here, so I know it's pretty much clear to go over to industry now. I go take the zip over here. You can see me using the zip fling technology, which it's pretty simple. As I said, you just rip yourself downwards and you fling yourself upwards. I see this guy right here. First thing I do, I go aggress him. Somehow both those shots went right in front of his belly button. Actually, all three of those shots. And then I proceed to whiff right here. Very uncommon. Oh, since he's an actual bot, he's not running armor plates while he is running. I don't know why a lot of players don't catch on to that, but if you're out in the open, it's the only thing you got to do. Even if you're panicking, you'll want to run those plates. Trust me. You can take a lot of shots as long as you're spamming plates. Also, I noticed that guy over there, and I noticed the squad chasing after them. So I take a couple shots at them, try and get some damage off. I get some good positioning right here. Try and get down as fast as I can. Now, I'm not shooting at these guys to kill them, because obviously they're going to get blocked by that red railing or concrete right there. I'm trying to damage them so that they heal long enough for me to take the zip over here and get to them in time. Because I still have to get some ammunition from this vendor right here. Or not ammunition, my loadout. Angled grip, compensator, and reflex sight is always the best to go for. You shouldn't really ever go for anything else. So now I get my detect ready, and knowing these guys are fighting, I try to get over there as fast as I possibly can. I fling myself forwards a bit to get a bit extra speed. I run the detect, but I run it a bit early. You'll see right here that there was actually a guy further ahead than those two that I missed on. I notice shots to my right and a guy flying up. I will focus on those guys later. That guy gets beamed. That's when my aim is actually good. This guy right here also gets beamed. Knowing there's one guy left and he's on the right, I go into pre-fire him. I aim head height, take him out almost instantly. I loot these guys swiftly because I want to get to shooting those next guys pretty quick. I don't even bother with the other guy I killed up on that railing. I just immediately go to rushing these next guys. The guy I saw fly over here, I try and hit him with a detect grenade. I don't notice them, but I do notice this guy right here. I tag him once. I don't tag his teammate right there. I get very close, though. So I shift my objective to these guys since I actually know where they are. I don't want to fight a single guy that is probably all the way deep in industry. So I'd rather go fight these two over here. Now I hear them in a gunfight, so I have to be a bit quick. And I'm going to want to thirst their bodies in case the enemy tries to kill them. I beam that first guy. Other guy is getting also beamed. That guy self-revives, but immediately gets put down. I thirst the other guy, and I thirst the enemy so that the other guy in there doesn't thirst him, so I get the kill for it. I drop my gun, which slows me down a bit, so I run backwards to try and find it. Now, I knew there was a third guy over there, so I start hunting him down. I try and pre-aim the window, find him. Somehow miss the first shot. I beam him. And you'll notice there that after the first shot, I aim slightly to the left, because it's pretty much impossible to shoot and then immediately shoot the next bullet onto somebody with perfect accuracy. What I do is, after the first shot, human instinct is to just run away. So I aim at him, hit the first shot, and then I aim to where I predict he'll start running to. And you can see I had my sight on him before I even knew where he was running to. That's probably the best way to play snipers in this game. This guy right here, I've played around that vending machine before. I know he can't sneak around it, so I know he's stuck right there. He tries to get away, and you can see I do the same thing with the sniper. First shot I hit, I see him running that way. I lead the next shot to the left. I immediately get back into the action after buying insurance as I hear gunshots over here. Use my game sense to use the zipline right here, but I hear this guy above me. So I snipe him and absolutely destroy him, making swift work of him with that. I felt bad for him. Getting sniped out of midair and instantly beamed. I collect myself again, go over to the zip, and fling myself into the air to try and aggress these guys as quick as I can. Hearing that they're in a gunfight, I don't want to waste any time against them, because that's kills I can miss out on. I spot the first guy here. I don't aggress immediately. Take my time to line it up, kill him. Line up with that guy's head, beam him. Unfortunately, that guy on the ground was knocked by a different person, so I actually didn't get kill credit for him. That guy gets beamed and knocked. Unfortunately, yeah, as I said, that other guy, I didn't get kill credit for him. This could have been a 34 kill game, but sometimes you have to take those losses. I hear footsteps on the right, beam that guy to the forehead. I didn't know I knocked this guy to the left, but I still go to thirst him. And then this other guy, also very weak, gets beamed. He was getting beamed by another guy, actually, so I could have lost that kill as well. I whiff a couple of shots on him. Now, knowing he's already healing, I go to loot real quick while he's still putting plates in, then immediately go back into aggressing. Again, I miss a couple of shots, very uncommon. I try to place a cluster bomb to block him off, but he's behind the hill already, so that did nothing. I didn't anticipate him getting as far as the wall over there, so he gets a couple of shots on me, but I slide, make quick work of it. I'm also using the tracker perk, along with the rifleman perk. Tracker perk is probably the best perk you can use. You can see I lead my shot yet again there, destroying him in about 2 shots. That's why I prefer sniper over shotguns, because if you're good enough with the sniper, it's essentially a long-range double barrel, which is pretty overpowered. You just have to be skilled with it. That's why I pretty much never run shotguns anymore. I run a detect here using all my money, and I see this guy over here flying. I take some shots at him, but I don't hit any of them. I start pushing towards him, anticipating him going over to the balloon zip over here so that he can get to zone. So I try to cut him off from going there, but while doing that, I notice another guy who's flying directly towards me, which means I don't really have to lead my shot all that much. Hit him with the first shot, but he immediately drops, so smart decision by him. He decides to take the balloon zip right there. Unfortunately, though, he gets absolutely beamed. And now I'm trying to kill the other guy I saw flying towards here, since that was a different person. I look towards the right and anticipate him being somewhere over there. I don't see him, so I assume that he went to zone and is already in industry, considering the zone is now in industry. I'm also low on ammunition, so I boot up on that real quick while still looking around. You always want to be aware of where you're looking. 24. I go over to grab some more detection drones, since I have the money to do so. Try and see if there's anybody nearby. There's not, so I pretty much anticipate them all being stuck in industry right now. Which, considering how many times I've dropped industry, I'm very confident fighting in it, knowing all the vaults, all the good positions, all the zip lines. So I fly over, I try and find anybody I can. I search towards where the zone closed in from by the res station, because it's most likely that fallen teams will try and revive their teammates over by that res station. Now, I don't spot this guy immediately, but there's a guy right there. You can barely see his outline. He tries sniping at me with an intervention. I snipe him out of the air because I'm just that guy. And considering he hasn't gone to heal, I don't have to worry about him. He's a bot. I can beam him. Make swift work of him. He didn't even see it coming. I hear his teammate coming after me, so I try and get a high ground position while running on that. He has an origin. He could have beamed me right there had he actually been a good player at the game. Thankfully, he wasn't. I go quick heal right here, then immediately engage. Somehow a mag was not in my gun. I go play sniper because honestly, with how fast sniper can kill in 2 shots, it's far better. I do switch to rifle though because when I'm aggressing, I prefer to use rifle. When I'm holding an angle, I prefer sniper. These two, honestly, they just get outgunned. I'm not exactly playing my best here because I don't anticipate this being world record run. I only see I have 23 kills and only assume there's 5-6 people left, so I'm just playing it to play it. I notice these guys up ahead. One guy flying to the left and 2 guys flying to the right. First guy gets beamed out of midair. He's done for. Second guy goes over to the zip line. And then that third guy is still on the left, lower in that building. I try and get some shots off on this guy. For some reason, he doesn't take the full zip, which is his mistake because I headshot him and then completely eradicate him. He gets delivered right towards me.
Just landed on
Thanks for the loot.
I thank him for the loot. That guy was a nice care package. Now I try to find the third guy that landed lower into this area, so I go get some high ground over here. Until I see that he was flying in the air. I hit him once. Try and hit a follow-up shot. I hit him once so I know I can beam him right after. I swiftly do that. Now I'm trying to find a position higher up to where I can finish him. Until I hear people dropping on me, so I quickly react. Get a couple shots off on him. Unfortunately, I didn't beam him as much as I like to because I was mid-air and my recoil was heightened, along with my positioning being a bit off. Now, I know there's a zip over here, and this guy landed on this building, so I go make quick work of this guy before his teammate comes to revive him. Now, my next plan of action is to, of course, kill the guy over in that building over there. I spot him quickly, destroy him, and you are about to see the most embarrassing part of this run. I shoot at his head about 5 times and miss all of it because I'm not a stock player. Only noobs like Neuro do stock. He self-reses, but still, all I need to see is pretty much a sliver of your body, and I'm going to hit you. So, he got destroyed. Unfortunately, though, his teammate is with him, so I decide to play aggressively. I don't really anticipate this being a high kill game, so of course, I'm playing quite recklessly. They could always have an origin and just beam me. I try to get high up on that vault to see if I can get an angle on them. I'm trying my best to get an angle on them. I have no idea where they went. Now, I just looked at the leaderboard, and I noticed there were 10 people left, so now I'm playing conservatively. If I did not see those players, I would have immediately rushed back in there. Knowing that this is a world record run now, I take this a bit more serious. I hear gunshots and immediately pre-aim. One of them tries to take shots at me, but gets completely ripped to shreds, taking off his shield on a couple of shots. He tries to peek me again, same thing happens, he gets knocked. Now I'm trying to play aggressive against them because I don't want them getting healed up. I notice this origin on the ground, only time I'm going to use it other than the beginning of the game. Because I'm going CQC. This guy right here is camping the stairs with an origin like an average little Timmy. He gets swiftly dealt with because I hate origin users. Quickly refurbish my ammo and immediately get back into the fight. I immediately see this guy over here trying to escape zone. He gets dealt with pretty quickly. 4 shots, very uncommon for me. I go to beam him. This guy over here is trying to outrun me, but I start tracing him through the wall because I'm cheating. I had no idea this guy is a self-res, but it doesn't matter because I end up pre-firing him again anyways. Pre-fired once, pre-fired again, tries to get up the stairs, El Bozo. And now seeing I'm at 30 kills, I am getting really thirsty. I beam the first guy, second guy right here. I know this is world record kill right here, so I'm not messing around. I shoot his feet, force him upwards, shoot him back down, force him downwards, and dealt with. Finish him. Other guy, barely see him. I crouch down to get a better angle. Yes! Yes! And you can hear how ecstatic I was. I have actually been trying this record like 6 hours a day for about a week. I actually held the previous record twice before this. 31 with 38 knocks and then 31 with 31 knocks. So I actually held the world record twice. So this is just me beating my own record pretty much because nobody can contend with me. I'm just that guy. Now I know there's one guy left. I heard him shoot a single sniper shot, suppressed, down there, detect him, and knowing he's a little Timmy, I don't even care to use movement against him. I just beam him. Yes! Finally! Yeah, you can tell how happy I was. I broke the world record when I had 16 hours on the game, on my second day of playing, And I didn't break it since then until about 70 hours. So yeah, I've been grinding for quite a while. So that'll be it. I would really like for other people to try and take this record from me, because I lost motivation to play right after getting this. I just wanted to get a more concrete record, because my previous 31 was actually tied with the same world record, 31 by PyroDisk, before I got the world record twice. And then now this world record, which is officially the kill record, not tied with anybody. If anybody tries to claim the world record for the solos game mode, this is solos and trios, I will go ahead and I'll break that, but for now I don't really want to play solos because there's only 40 players. So if anybody gets a high kill game and wants to claim it as record, I'll go beat that. I guess I'll make a quick little announcement here. The trailer for my montage on my channel, I know I promised that my montage would come out on early May, but I had finals, I had to graduate from school. So yeah, it's probably going to be coming in about a week or two. I know, I completely promised early May. Average Kodiak scheduling. But that's about it. I do plan on doing some more Contractors Showdown videos in the future if this one does well. Maybe if it gets 1,000 views or so. I'm not greedy. VR content doesn't really do well when it comes to records and stuff, so content like this is usually going to be swept away. But if somebody searches for it, it should come up hopefully, and hopefully enough people are curious about that. I will be streaming Contractors Showdown, possibly on Twitch. I will be doing it on YouTube in the following days. I want to switch to Twitch though with a good setup, because it'll just make life a lot easier. Next thing I want to say is, if this video does well, and if Contractors Showdown in general does well, I plan to do some tutorials in the future, and not basic tutorials. My last aiming tutorial was very advanced. I prefer to focus on the more advanced part of things, because a lot of the tutorials out there, they're basic, they're really simple, they teach you basic things like how to aim. I want to go into things like how I quick bolt, how I line up shots, basically what this video went over, my more so advanced thoughts and techniques that I used. That's what I want to do for Showdown. I want to help teach people, because that's what I've done in the past. If I ever get another world record, I will hopefully have the VOD for that. And thanks for watching. I'll try and get some more videos out in the future.